Good evening, YouTube. I am going to film the West 3rd Street Bridge that goes through downtown Dayton, the city's west side. This bridge is in pretty bad shape. A few years ago, they had some parts of the bridge deck that started collapsing, and they have yet to replace this, and it should have been replaced years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, and the city's hands are tied because they did not manage their money properly and budget it. You got the I-75 reconstruction project going on right now, which instead of the city actually doing this bridge before that started like they should have, it may be 5 years before they end up replacing this derelict bridge that's crumbling, and shame on the city for not managing their money properly. I'm going to get a tour of this bridge. It's still Memorial Day. It's around 8:15 in the evening, so traffic is not that bad, so it's a good time to get this video. But getting back to my point though, this bridge should have been reconstructed long before the highway project ever started. There's no reason, it was inexcusable that they were not watching their money more carefully. And you got a crumbling bridge. There's even parts of the bridge where you could even see through it. And I'm gonna get a good tour of this bridge for you guys. It should have been replaced a long time ago, and it's not. It's in pretty rough shape, and this bridge carries a lot of traffic right here, so it should have been a huge priority for the city. But when they steal money from the roads funds, you know, they don't care about public safety or anything like that. There's no reason why they can't find a little bit of cash laying around. Hey, city of Dayton, why don't you start shutting down some of these neighborhoods where you're not getting any tax dollars from anymore, and then you could find more extra cash for road projects, and stop stealing money from us taxpayers. And you know that's another thing, YouTube. The roads in this area are in absolute hideous shape from the winter we had. Now, the roads were not in that good a shape from before, but they're in pretty rough shape right now. And the fact is, ODOT claims there's record amounts of money being spent on road projects right now. Look at all this darn geese crap. They don't even bother to clean this crap up. That's another thing. They need to do something about these darn geese. Look at all this geese crap on the darn bike path. Filthy animals. And YouTube, that's another thing. They should have. It's funny how there's a record amount of road projects being done, but yet I have yet to see a single road in the city, get repaid. But yeah, this bridge is in pretty rough shape right here, and this is the other side of it. This is the southbound side of it. I started the video on the northbound side of the river. I'm gonna get ready to cross the bridge and show you the actual deck and all this other stuff right here. But you can see where some of the stuff is eroded, some of the steel and all that is peeled off down here. But this is the I-75 construction right now. I'm just gonna show a little bit of this because this ain't really the focus of the video, but they're working on the southbound side of the highway right now. They're working on the southbound side of the highway. Then they're gonna repave the after they get that part done, they're gonna do the northbound side. But anyway, I'm gonna cross the bridge right here, so I'm gonna see what I can get done right here. Well, actually, I may just go ahead and go further up on the other side to cross it, because that hill is not exactly very stable. But I'm going to show you know, the rest of this bridge. This is probably going to be about a 10 or 12 minute video possibly, but we'll just see what happens. Just go with the flow. I got plenty of battery juice and I got plenty of video, and yeah, just look at all this geese crap. I showed this before. Hey, City of Dayton, 5 Rivers Metro, clean this crap up or start shooting these damn things. Clean up the goose crap or start shooting the damn things. Just going up. All right, I'm gonna take another side. This side of the bike path without any sandals on is a little bit slippery. Well, I may see if I could get up here without the sandals on. Well, looks like I can, so. Oh, well, you see a little bit of entertainment on the video on my part. I didn't wear regular shoes, I just wore the sandals today. But, all right, I'm on the westbound side of the bridge right now to the top, so I'm gonna film this right here. And I noticed right here this says sidewalk closed. Well, I don't care about that. I'm gonna film this right here anyways. This is obviously a safety hazard and it should have been, you know, replaced. You can even see where some of the concrete, and look at this crap right here, exposed rebar, people. Concrete exposed rebar. Look at all this rebar that's exposed. So City of Dayton, how about you should have replaced this bridge before the highway project ever got underway. And then you darn thieves that run the city, you stole money, and yet you would have been watching the situation carefully. Now YouTube, check this crap out. You got two things of rebar that are completely exposed right here. This is inexcusable, people. To have two things of rebar with the Crumbling bridge, and it should have been replaced. Look at all this crap is eroding right here. Away from this. There is no excuse right here for this rebar to be crumbling. The city does not do their job like they should. Just going over the sidewalk right here. I'm on the southbound side of the sidewalk heading east on 3rd, covering the bridge from this way. And here you can even see more of the chunks of the concrete that are falling over. More exposed rebar. So Dayton, why don't you start fixing your darn roads and your bridges? Got more concrete that's eroded away. And more rebar right here. Here you go again. The two exposed things of rebar right in a row, just down from the last one. So this bridge is crumbling, people. And yet thousands of people drive over this bridge every day. So Dayton, what do you got to say? You don't take care of your roads. You allow our bridges to crumble. Right here. More of this right here, YouTube. Trains passing through, you can hear it off in the distance. So how about this, YouTube? Crumbling infrastructure. Crumbling infrastructure. More cracks right here. Now obviously you got this cheap crap right here. They tried to use some blacktop to apparently patch a problem right here. And here you got more exposed rebar right here, and the concrete is falling off. Two strands of rebar and get another big stretch of concrete right here, people. Crumbling infrastructure. Third world infrastructure. This bridge should have been replaced long before that highway. This bridge should have been replaced long before that highway construction ever started. Look at this crap, it's crumbling. Oh, look at all this exposed rebar and cracks everywhere. And there's no excuse if the city was doing their job.
They built this.
Yeah.
They built this in 1956.
Actually, I thought it was in the late 40s, but 56 when they built it. Well, and if the city would have been watching this bridge more carefully 4 or 5 years ago, they wouldn't be in the predicament they're in now.
The city ain't done nothing in the last 35 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true because, you know, you have this bridge right here that's crumbling, and because of the highway, it's going to be hard to replace it until the next 4 or 5 years. This stupid thing is crumbling. Look at all this exposed rebar right here, right here, right here, right here. I'm talking with a pedestrian. I'm not going to show him on video, but he obviously has some knowledge of this thing. Apparently, this was built in 1956 or somewhere along those lines, but this bridge is crumbling, and this is a mother bridge in the area, and the city won't do their job like they should. But this bridge, people, is just crumbling, you know, all the time, and it's time the city does something. Wow! Look at this right here. More exposed rebar. You got 3 strands of rebar right here. 2, 3, right here. Look at this, people. Crumbling rebar, crumbling infrastructure, people. More cracks. City of Dayton, do your job. Replace the bridge. Do your job. Look at this. Almost every 10 feet, you see 2 strands of exposed rebar. Right here, people. Crumbling infrastructure, people. Third world. Even the third world's got better roads and bridges than this crap. Crumbling infrastructure, third world. And the city of Dayton claims, well, we're watching the bridge. Hey, here's a hint for you, city. Don't watch. Do it. Blow the thing up and replace it. This thing is crumbling and falling apart. And here, man, this thing just only continues to get worse. More exposed rebar and more crumbling concrete. Man, I tell you, YouTube, I didn't realize just how bad a shape this bridge is in until I actually made this video. But man, this is in much worse shape than I thought. It is a bigger safety hazard here. I'm gonna cross the street and then I'm gonna end this one. I'm gonna see the shape the northbound side of the bridge is on. Walking westbound, it's probably the same. And then crumbling infrastructure, third world, folks. Surprisingly, the road surface through here, they look like they've tried to take care of this, but more crumbling infrastructure. You know, and these politicians, you know, they keep... And, you know, one thing is, my friend Econ K88 said, you know, these politicians, they keep stealing money from the roads funds and funneling it to their buddies. So, therefore, you know, they keep, you know, putting these levies on the ballot. And the majority of most people are dumb enough to actually believe it and everything. Then everybody's taxes get raised because then they feed us the same garbage. Well, it's going to create jobs, all this other hoopla. And people are dumb enough to believe it. So instead of rejecting the levy and forcing them to spend money where they should, they always just approve the levies. Now, so far, on the northbound side of this bridge, it looks to be in better shape than the southbound side of it. But we'll see about that. But the southbound side of this bridge was just in horrible shape and crumbling, but it's all crumbling right here. And right here you can even see right through the bridge down to the water. Wow. No excuse for that. Now I get the thing has to drain, but it's crumbling, people. This is crumbling infrastructure. Here's a little bit of the road from this bridge. Like, this side does not look nearly as bad as the other side, but there's no excuse why it should be this bad anywhere on the bridge. If they would just do their job and replace the darn thing. And, you know, happy Memorial Day to everybody, even though it's a little late. Hope you enjoyed your day and you honored your veterans. And I know our veterans would not be proud of, or not proud of, the crumbling infrastructure that has been allowed to take place. And there's no excuse why roads like this should be crumbling and being in this bad a shape, YouTube. This is just absolutely pathetic. And it's a nice evening outside on Memorial Day. Not many people are out. Down here, there's a few people down at Riverscape, a few people in the one city park. Oh, look at this, YouTube. More crumbling infrastructure. Look at all this piece of metal right here. Surprisingly, this side of the bridge is in better shape. Got these stupid geese flying over. They crap all over the darn sidewalk down here. But yeah, this thing is in pretty bad shape, people. And there's no excuse why they could not have had this, why they should not have had this done before the highway project was ever started. Because they started working on the highway around last summer. And they had plenty of time when they found, you know, the problems with this bridge, where they could have replaced it long before that highway ever started. But anyway, YouTube, we're signing off from Dayton, Ohio, the place where roads don't get repaired and you got crumbling infrastructure and broken bridges. And just remember, people, vote against these levies when they come up on the ballot, because they're just stealing money. Force them to spend the money where it should. Don't keep believing these lies. It's going to create jobs and all this other crap. All right, YouTube, we're signing off. That's it for this one.